son of a bitch.
That's right. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Universe, Ambition of the Illuminus. We're gonna pick up where we left off with, we were about to start our very first story mission, episode 2, difficulty C, because it's a brand new character. If you had transferred a character that was higher level, you could obviously do it on a higher difficulty, get better rewards and all that, but this is a brand new character that we're seeing Lackery play through, so... But yeah, just like the previous game, every time you do a new story mission, it's like starting a new chapter in the previous game's story mode or whatever. So we get to watch the intro, like this. Well, I guess you get a little intermission / recap, but this might only be for this mission, which we read this yesterday at the end, but let's read it again now just to set the scene for this. Alright, so it says, months have passed in the Graal system since the offensive on the Hive. While the seed numbers have dwindled, the threat still lingers. I had to check if the audio was working. A search for another Hive is being conducted by the Alliance military and a group of astronomers. The Guardians, in the meantime, are busy dealing with the remaining seed.
We will choose to fight.
Here we go.
For a world beyond.
Sega doesn't skimp out on their sound department, do they? They go ham on the music. Yeah, I think her name is Laura, but I can't read the last name. I can't make out the last name. It's the font they use is tough.
He's pulling his car down.
Tonio's getting pissed. I think they showed Karen as Divine Maiden. I don't think it actually said Karen Era.
In a faraway galaxy lies a sun orbited by 3 planets, the Graal system.
Here we go.
A place inhabited by humans and races born of humans, Numans, beasts, and castes. For 500 years, there was war among the 4 races, a seemingly never-ending conflict. Then finally, an era of peace and prosperity that lasted 100 years. But the peace was shattered by the arrival of the Seed. As one crisis leads to another, destruction now threatens to engulf the Graal system. Maiden! Maiden, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Same intro from before.
Did you see something ominous again?
Yes. Another seed invasion. They come yet once again.
This is how you would see the intro probably if you transferred your character. I'm guessing we see this twice because he started a fresh new character on the Ambition of the Illuminus expansion pack. But if you'd transferred your character from the previous game, your extra mode or online character, then you probably don't see this when you first start this game, this expansion pack. You kind of just load into the game like you did, in the previous game. And then so you would see this intro only once you start the first story mission. I'm guessing that's why we're seeing this twice now.
Then we must put our countermeasures in place.
It's not just the seed.
What?
Our entire civilization is at stake.
What do you mean?
Our races will fight again. Our cities destroyed. And then afterward, I see many people will be dead, nothing but dust.
How can this be?
The end of the world is approaching.
I'll say.
We don't have much time.
Feels too real.
We must figure out a way to save as many people as we can.
Gotta try.
Ethan.
When the game breaks the fourth wall. Alright, episode 2, chapter 1, The Masked Girl. Who this? Laura something. This is literally from the intro too. The scene. Decent budget did go into this game. This expansion pack. We got CGI scenes. Whole new intro. Voice acting. They didn't skimp out as much as I remembered. I thought it was gonna feel lower budget than the OG game, but it feels about the same so far. That's that one monster that they said like that most people run away from. Yeah, I forgot its name. It was the last boss before we went to the Hive when we were defending the Harum base or whatever from the Seed invasion. Save him!
Fuck!
Oh, I'm not gonna like that one. Holy shit!
You suck!
Got his ass.
Laya reporting. Demoglis is down.
Laya.
Wow,
That's the
that
name,
was
yeah.
fast. Great job, Laya.
Demoglis.
No sweat.
You've got an incoming assignment from Guardian's headquarters.
You don't say. What's the assignment?
You have been assigned to instruct a new graduate. Head back
That's
to the
us.
Guardian's colony immediately.
Will do.
Like, oh, great, I gotta train a rookie. Nice, she killed this thing in 2 fucking cannon shots with that pump action cannon she was using. And meanwhile, it took us an entire, what, like 5-minute boss fight almost to take down that same monster at the end of the last game. They're really trying to establish her as a badass, aren't they? Dude, so you know we've been seeing some visual glitches like in yesterday's stream, like you'll see like pieces of the wall will just suddenly pop into like right in front of us and disappear. I just noticed there's also some graphical issues. I'm pretty sure this is more pixelated than it should be. Or like chest area here. And yes, of course I looked there. Why wouldn't I? I mean, just, you know.
You bastard! Son of a...
But I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying it is. I do see some blurriness here. Like it's there's a resolution issue here. Yeah. It's probably in other areas of other people's outfits too, but right now I only see it there. Mina says, "Welcome to the Guardians, protecting the future of Garal. You're a new recruit, right?" Hi. Yeah, there it is too. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, maybe the quality of the video is different for this one? They're both on 1080p, like when we saw the previous playthrough, it was also 1080p. But maybe like the in-game visual quality was different is what I'm saying. Why would that be though? I don't know. Anyway, Mina says, "I verified your Guardian's license. Today you'll be field training on New Days." Oh, nice. That's where our first actual story mission will be. "Please investigate the seed infection situation in the Mizuraki CD. Your instructor will be Laya Martinez. Laya is very strict, so be very careful. May the holy light guide you." Thanks, Mina. Charmed, as always. Uh-oh. Who'd you say was strict?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Mina says, "Laya!" Busted. Laya says, you ought to take a good look around before you start talking smack about other people. Oh, cat fight! Mina says, smack? No, I wasn't. she's backpedaling. Laya says, it's all right. I'll let it slide this time. Laya says, so, you're the rookie? Watch that intro scene be the only one where she's voiced in. At least it gives me something to work with. She says, you've got some nerve keeping your instructor waiting. Next time you're late, you'll have some explaining to do. Jesus. Don't forget it. Quite the hard ass, isn't she? See, look, she doesn't have that issue. Look. See how the edges of her little like cleavage window here? It's not like Mina's at all. This I think is just literally, you know, budget constraints, graphical constraints, but it's not like a weird resolution drop. You don't see it anywhere else on her outfit either. Just Mina. Don't forget it. Wait. I think I did read that part, yeah. Don't forget it, okay. I meant like the first time before I skipped backwards. I can see here this is just trails as a way of masking frame rate issues. What do they call it? Motion blur. Yeah, this is motion blur right here. It looks like you see two of her almost. You see it back here in the buildings as well, like over here on this thing. That's just motion blur. That was in like almost every PS2 game. It looks like it's Tonio back there. Tonio says, hey, is that you, Laya?
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
There it is. Tonio says, it's been ages. Laya says, Tonio, it's been a while, hasn't it? Are you flying solo today? Tonio says, ever since Leo started his long vacation, I haven't been able to catch a break. Laya says, that's rough. Give Leo my regards. Tonio says, that's right. You've had a thing for Leo for a while now, haven't you? Oh, shit! She's not gonna like this. He's laughing! Tonio says, but as a husband and a dad, he's kind of off limits, ain't he? They did reveal that at the last second at the end of the last game that he's got a family. Laya says, what the?
What? You bastard!
You better watch it. Let me introduce you. This is Tonio Rima. He may look like a little brat, but he's older than I am. I wonder why they won't just say the age. They had no problem saying, you know, Ethan, Karen, and Hugo's age, but for some reason, for Tonio and Lena, I think was her name, right? They just said, she's older than you, Ethan, but didn't say, and then they're doing the same thing here now. Like, it's just a small beast doesn't mean it's a kid, even though it looks like a kid. You know, that's what the game says. But then it never actually clarifies the age. It just kind of just says, they're older than you. We'll leave it at that. It's like, okay.
Bruh.
Tonio says, hey, who are you calling old?
You son of a...
Laya's your instructor? You've got my sympathies. Damn, they're still going at it. Laya says, are you looking to get knocked out? Tonio? You've been here guarding Professor Tom Rain for a while now, haven't you? Tonio says, yeah, but nothing ever happens, so it's pretty dull. Laya says it's our job to make sure nothing happens, isn't it? To make sure nothing happens, isn't it? Tonio says, yeah, pretty much. But it bores him. Laya says, you'd better stay out of trouble. Don't go doing something stupid like that idiot Ethan. Our boy? What happened to our boy? What'd he do? Tonio says, even if you're kidding, you know that ain't funny.
You suck!
Elias says, what? You're taking sides with a wanted man? What the fuck happened in the past few months? Tonio says, well, I don't believe what they're saying. There's no way Ethan would really try to kill the president. So we have a Violet situation? Violet was the name that came to my mind, but no, I don't think that's it. There's this movie with a similar-ish plotline. I'm not gonna go into it because it's not relevant, but I don't think that's the one. The main character, like, turns out to be a sleeper double agent. A sleeper agent to kill, like, some public figure and then, you know, does a 180, turns out to be a double agent, and then shit happens. But yeah, that's the gist of it, without going into detail. This could be that kind of situation, but who knows. Tonio says, I'm sure there were extenuating circumstances. Laia says, it's got nothing to do with circumstances. Ethan's an attempted murderer. That's all there is to it. You can't just ignore the facts, Tonio. Damn. Well then, we're off. Tonio says, alright. Laia says, we're going now. See ya, Tonio. Mizuraki CD Block 1. Laia says, we'll be investigating the seed situation here in the Mizuraki CD for today's training. Here's how you determine an infection point. Use your goggles. I almost said Google, believe it or not. Didn't they make something? Yeah, whatever happened to the Google Glass? I just thought about it after that. That shit just disappeared into obscurity. I'll probably bring it back eventually. Maybe even with a different name, but... Laia says, use your goggles to do a scan of the area. Those are kind of like goggles, but, you know, they were glasses. Alright, you've got the goggles now. I'll teach you how to use them. This is gonna be the same as the last game, I bet. Goggles usage. When using the goggles, you can discover information, items, and things that can't be seen under normal circumstances. How to equip goggles. Like other items, the goggles can be placed in the tools palette and equipped from there. How to use them? Select the goggles from the tools palette and equip them. Excuse me. When the square button is pressed, the search screen is open. Survey the area for search points. When one is found, you can obtain items or information. Standard shit. How to use goggles too. Switch to a first-person view by pressing R3 button. Switch to the search screen by pressing L1 or R1. Check your surroundings for search points. When you discover a search point, you can retrieve items or information. The above can be done without the goggles in your palette. Oh, that's new. Nice. A little quality of life update there. They upgraded how you can use them. A little more convenient now. Laia says, let's see. We need to get 5 samples of infected plant data from this area. Not like the constant lip moving. In fact, infected plants are a different color than other plants. Like you'd think it would just stop, but her mouth just keeps going. When we're finished, we'll head to the Guardian's base a little ways from here. Let's get started. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you, I'm starting to see the budget constraints now. If I catch you slacking off, you're gonna lose points. If we run into any trouble, I'll cover you. Alright, here we go. Ugh. Elias says, look, infected creatures. You saw them in class. Back at the academy. If it weren't for the seed, I'd be living a happy life right now. And then this is obviously just generic combat dialogue. It says everyone spread out and fight. Nice pose. I think the character's mouth was open too, like... Level 3! You always level up fast at the beginning, you know? Alright, I'll go ahead and speed it up. I don't know why the map is so off. They're standing over here. It's not centered around them. Kind of like the little portraits when they exclaim something in battle. I'm telling you, this game has some jank shit going on. Whatever version of the game that they're playing. Emulator or whatever, but something's not right about it. About the way it's running. I'll put it on double and then just look out for any dialogue. Like I did before. Number of infected plants found, 1. They scanned the black smoke. Smoke. That's 2. Hope they don't bring back the little Ghostbusters laser fucking mechanic for the fire seed infestations, and you know the reflector one for the ice seed. What are they called? The photon reflectors for ice. I forget the one for the fire infestation. Also, this extra bar you guys might have noticed yesterday, I didn't say anything about it. See this little segmented little bar here? Oh, that's it. 5 samples. We're good. This right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for the nanoblast for beasts at level 20 and up. I don't know if it has a use or function for any other race, but I think they still include it in the UI. Laya says, we're done with the investigation. From here, we'll head to the base.
That was pretty good.
We're in.
Son of a bitch.
We've already impressed Laya. An A rank right off the bat. I remember getting my character to like, I believe level 100 in the OG game before I even started Ambition of the Illuminus. I was able to just blaze through the story pretty easily. This was back on native PS2 way back in the day. The servers had already shut down by the time I played this, but I still played it on native hardware. It was definitely in the early 2010s when I played this. Laya says, there wasn't anything about rescuing victims in the training briefing. Looks like she's affiliated with the Communion of Garal. He's breathing. Ought to be Karen in disguise again. I'll teach you one thing. In a case like this, don't remove her mask. Why is that a security issue? Removing the mask of a member of the Communion of Garal is seen as blasphemy towards the Holy Light. Ah, okay. What if you need to give her, like, CPR or something? They cause enough of a stink as it is. She's not a fan. The Masked Girl, name of the chapter, says, Laia says, are you alright? The Masked Girl says, you're guardians? Laia says, we're here conducting an investigation. Where did you come from? What's your name? The Masked Girl says nothing. Laia says, do you not remember? She still doesn't respond. Laia thinks to herself, it would be faster to head back to the base than to turn back now. Or no, faster to head to the base, sorry, than to turn back now. She speaks to us. We'll bring her to the Guardian's base. This will be perfect for your field training. Another mission back to back? Or no? Oh look, it's the Vol brothers. I don't remember his name yet. The leader guy. Now I've remembered the other two though. It was Do and No, I believe. Like literally he's called No. I'm pretty sure it's this one. No and Do. I can't remember this guy. Do was this dude. Yeah. So again, this guy whose name I can't remember says, hold on a sec. How about handing her over to us?
What? Surprise, motherfucker. What the fuck?
Laia says, what did you say, Pinkhead? That's what we're calling him now, Pinkhead. He says, what did you call me? Nell says, beast women are so filthy. Holy shit, dude.
You bastard! Son of a
What's with the sudden racism? Jesus. That came out of left field. Because he didn't say anything like that in the previous game. Then all of a sudden, blatant angry racism out of nowhere. Laia says, don't take your inability to grow a proper beard out on me. Got him. He says, what? My beard rocks. Sure. You better watch what you say. Oh look, she's doing the Maya hair flip. Laia says, yeah, you rock that tiny beard. Right. Del says, enough talk. Hand over the girl. Laia says, you're the one who won't shut up. Keep it up and I'll rip off those big ugly ears of yours. Del says, she's crazy. Really? I mean, you just threatened her. What did you expect? I can't remember this guy, but he says, hey, we're the Vol brothers from Tyler's gang. Haven't you heard of us? Goddamn. Nell says, if you apologize now, we might let you go. He literally doesn't even have a beard. He's just got like the sideburns come to here and then it's just gone. The look on Laia's face right now is like, God, give me strength. Laia says, you're really trying to tick me off, aren't you? Smell a fight coming. Yep, here we go.
You bastard! Son of a bitch!
I got it right, yeah, he's Dovol. Now let's see if I got the other one right too. No, I think. Yeah. Novol and Dovol. What the hell's the leader's name? Oh shit! Sudden difficulty spike. Hiru, that's his name. It's Hiru, No, and Do. They've all de-leveled to like one-digit levels again. They lost all that strength they had from the previous game. Well, no, it's only because we're playing on the lowest difficulty. I guess if you wanted to be canon with like their levels and stuff, you would have to transfer a high level character over first and then just start playing from difficulty A, where everything's level 60 plus, you know? I says, so, you want to repeat what you said? Something about beast women? Novel says, beast women are... Laya says, the best. Say it. Beast women are the best! Laya says, now say it 99 more times. Beast women are the best! You two, don't just sit there watching. This is Laya again. Now they joined in. Hiro says, beast women are the best! And Del says, beast women are the best! Now they're all saying it. Laya says, now keep saying that and get out of my face.
You son of a... You suck!
Hiro says, we won't forget this!
Bruh.
Well, she humiliated them. That'll teach them. Laya says, ignore those clowns. Let's continue our search. But... why do you have rogues after you? Speaking to the masked girl. He responds with nothing. Laya says, well, whatever. Is that you, Reina? It's me, Laya. He pauses. Can you check to see if there are any search notices for the girl whose information I just sent you? Yeah, if you come across anything, let me know. Well, let's get going. I know I was gonna have my work cut out for me narrating this one. Maybe half the length as the previous episode. But I know there's gonna be a lot less voice acting, so... Laya says it's a rogue ship. Laya thinks to herself, it might have been those rogues, but 4 people couldn't fit into a ship this size. If this girl didn't come here with them, does that mean there's another ship around here somewhere? Did you recognize those punks? She asks the masked girl, and once again she responds with silence. Laya says, I see. Excuse me. It's only a bit further to the Guardian's base. Let's hurry. Starting to feel like FF14, man. Very cutscene heavy. Small segments of gameplay interspersed. It is starting to feel that way. We've done 1 mission so far in the actual story. I'm not counting the tutorial. And it was sandwiched in between a hell of a lot of cutscenes and dialogue so far. Like, I think we have segments here for the chapters, so yeah, we're barely in the middle of this chapter. That means we'll probably get 1 more mission in it, but maybe not. Maybe, like, when I say mission, I mean like an actual gameplay combat segment. The rest of this chapter might just be literally cutscenes and dialogue, for all we know. I don't remember. Laya says another crash. The masked girl says this shuttle. Laya says, do you recognize this? It's okay. Take your time and think about it. The masked girl says, I was flying. Outside the window, a big shadow. The shuttle was shaking. There was a violent shake and the shuttle got turned upside down. And then, after a moment of silence, she must have realized something. Laya says, you were attacked by something and crashed? There have been reports of Zolgog sightings in this area. If that's how you pronounce that. What were you doing flying over such a dangerous area? Oh well, it's almost sunset. Let's hurry on. The masked girl realizes something and says, that. Laya says, what's the matter? A Zolgog? 2 boss fights in a row? Laya says, we'll take care of him. It's just a little farther to the Guardian's base. You stay hidden here. Hurry, if you fall behind, you'll be done for. Talking to our main character. Jesus, it's like that first dragon boss fight from the previous episode, but it's electric instead of fire element now. Well, at least we're getting a new boss fight now. Even if it is kind of just a slight redesign of a, you know, boss from the last game. I should just say the previous episode. It technically almost counts as like the same game. This is just an expansion, you know. Sometimes I look at FF14 expansions the same way. I sometimes switch back and forth from considering them like expansions and then separate games, depending on like what I'm talking about when referencing them. It's kind of a weird thing that happens in my mind. I mean, they help segment and pace the story as if it's separate games that are like sequels, you know? Sequels and prequels to each other. It kind of gives the game that pace. And, yeah, it's kind of, you know... I don't think it's completely wrong to think about it that way. Which, the next time I do a full playthrough of FF14 leading into Dawn Trail, I will be playing in that with that sort of mindset. Kind of the way I'll title my YouTube videos and stuff like that will kind of be like treating the separate expansions kind of like separate games. I think I did that last time too. I gotta go back and look at my YouTube channel again, but so I did like Realm Reborn Part 1, and then when we got to Heaven's Word, there's like Heaven's Word Part 1, 2, and 3. I think I did that, but I'll check. I'll see what I did. Try to be consistent. It's been a long ass time since my last playthrough of that game. Alright, we killed the dragon. It's nighttime now officially. The Zolgog is dead. Laya says, hey, you can come out now. She's gone. Of course. Laya says, huh? That girl. Where'd she go? Oh no. We lost her. Could those rogues have gotten her? While we were distracted?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Nothing we can do about it now. Let's head to the base. We'll get ready and go after them. Hmm? Oh, a communication. Maybe it's Reyna. This is Laya. Reyna? Did you learn anything? That's what I thought. Then we've got to hurry. Talk to you later. Reyna found some information about that girl. She's a Goral communion follower, and there appears to be a search request out for her. We probably shouldn't do this during your training, but we've got to continue searching for that girl. Unexpected things happening during our first training mission? Who would have thought? You'd think we were like the main character of some anime show or something. Or a video game. Laya says, as weak as those punks are, they're still rogues, so they might be laying traps for us. If that's true, then your training is about to be kicked up a notch. Let's go, Lacry. We'll get her back from those punks.
You son of a bitch.
There's the stoic nod. Classic FF14 protagonist. Stoic nod. Let's be real. We all saw Link doing that in Ocarina of Time, you know? Growing up. Anytime there's a silent protagonist, it's gonna be a lot of nodding. The silent protagonist gets a lot of neck exercise with nodding and shaking their head. So these are mini player hubs that they added. Again, I don't know if these were available in the online of the original, the first episode. I'll just call it that. But they're definitely here for this, for Ambition of the Illuminus. They have these player hubs between missions that you can only access by clearing that mission for the first time. And afterwards you get like a shortcut option to teleport here. So it's not just, the player hubs are not just in the big cities anymore. Now obviously this game is being played on the offline extra mode, so we're not going to see other players, but you would if this was online.
Welcome. How may I assist you?
So it acts like a nice breakpoint when you're in the middle of a story mode chapter, because you can just kind of hang out here and there's no well, again, if it's offline there is a save point so you can save your progress, but otherwise like you could just log out here and come back to play later some more. Basically it's a nice way to pace the game, because look, we still have quite a bit of the first chapter to go, and so it would suck if you would have to do this entire thing non-stop, right? So they gave us these little break areas for pacing. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Mountain area. We got a new mission. Interesting, it doesn't have another name to like differentiate it from the one we just did. It just says like before, just like the previous mission. It's called Episode 2 Difficulty CB or A. One player missions that continue the story from story mode. Play in order after clearing story mode. Open to level 1 and above. When they say story mode, they're referring to the previous episode with Ethan and all that. They're saying play this after you play that, basically. Otherwise you're gonna get spoiled, obviously. The Mask 2. Oh, there we go. So this is where the actual mission names are. A girl that mysteriously appeared during a training mission was spirited away by rogues. Catch them and save the girl by request of the communion. So I guess I didn't pay enough attention. I think because I didn't realize the previous mission, I guess, was called the Mask 1. I think I just read the description over here. Okay. I'll start. Laya says, catch up with them and save the girl. Avoid the rogue traps and break through the area. You gotta chase those fuckers down. What the fuck was that? The goggle spot. Oh yeah, oh, those are the traps. They brought back the classic floating traps from PSO. There it is. Oh shit. I bet you can, oh shit, of course. I bet you can scan them and then shoot them from afar with a gun or something, but Lackery didn't do that. Dovel says, hey you, it's this way. He's smirking, so he's obviously luring us to a trap. Supports the theory that they caught up to her while we were fighting that fucking dragon. Well, Laya's getting fucked up by the traps. And she's down. She's just... Oh, shit. Dude! Oh, there it is again. Fuck! Wait, what did Laya say just now? Oh, she said, hey Lacker, where are you? Because she was too far away from our location. I guess Lackery wanted to demonstrate how the trap worked. They took a heavy hit for that though. Okay, so Laya is level 11 now. in this mission. So you can tell the story is shorter than the original first episode because her level's already scaling pretty fast. We're also leveling up quite fast too. Noble says, "Too bad, dead end." Maya says, "There must be a way to stop it." It's about to go down again. A button. Oh my god, that almost got him hit. The jankiness. Of course they ran off. Fuck that they set all these traps so quickly. Careful. Nita says, "You got through that trap? Run, brothers!" They really didn't expect us to get this far. Lai says, "Great, let's hunt him down."
You son of a...
If you keep this up, next time I'll knock you out.
Oh my god, she threatens your ass. We got a rank C on that one. I forgot to slow it down in time, but... Successfully cleared the trap area.
If you keep this up, next time I'll knock you out.
You suck!
She might as well have just said that. You fucking suck. Knock your ass out next time you perform that badly is what she just said. Novel says, "What should we do, brother?" Peter says, "Hold on." Laia says, You guys never learn. You jokers couldn't scare yourselves if you wanted to. Peter says, "How dare you? The Vol brothers strike fear in ourselves every day. I mean..."
Look at this dude.
Noble says, "Beast women really are the worst." Oh, hell no, he didn't just go there again. Peter says, "Well, wait. Isn't there something else we gotta do?" Noble says, "Well, we could let our little friends get a turn." Noble says, "They're ready to fight you." Laia says, "What was that?" Peter says, "Are you ready?" Get him, fellas! I think that was Doval. Of course, they got robots.
Fuck! You son of a... Remember that...
This might just be a one-off battle, but I'll speed it up a little because it does seem like it's gonna go for a bit. Yeah, it's gonna go like we actually have to move forward and stuff. It's not like the mini boss fight against the Volt brothers. Just get knocked on your ass. Pew 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 pew. Laya says, follow them quickly. Those bastards are getting away. There they are. Laya says, spill it. Why'd you kidnap the girl? Edith says, huh? I can't tell you that. No says, if you're gonna kill us, then just do it already. Oh wow, Macho Man over here. Just quaking in his boots earlier. Laya says, I see. Well then, get ready. That's a familiar silhouette. Del says, I'm scared, brother. Ah! Del says, she's not bluffing, brother. She's actually gonna kill us. And then somebody says, wait!
A test of your reflexes!
Laya says, you're...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Ethan Weber. No, not Dylan, Ethan.
Son of a
Please,
bitch.
let them go. Laya says,
What?
who do you think you're talking to? I don't take orders from attempted murderers.
You bastard!
Ethan says, you don't know the whole story. It's good to see him back in his OG outfit. It's better than, you know, this outfit that Lackery had put him in at the second half of the first game. First episode. Lena says, I can't rely on you guys at all. Get out of here, you guys. I'm sorry, Lena. One of the Volt brothers, or all of them. Laya says, I heard rumors you joined the Rogues. Looks like what they say is true. Laya says, get him, Lackery. He's not a guardian anymore. Don't hold back.
You bastard! You son of a...
Oh my god. Dude, they're actually level 60 plus. We're gonna get destroyed in a second. There's no way we're gonna win this. Jesus. Strafe and shoot. Laya says he's as good as they say. What did you expect? And she's down. Guess he just had to survive. Or maybe this happens even if you get knocked out. Who knows? Edith says, come on, hurry! The shuttle is getting closer! Lena says, Ethan, give it up. Ethan says, not yet. Some unknown voice, I'm guessing, says, that's enough. Oh shit, it's her. Forget it, Ethan. And they ran off. Laya says, hey, wait! They're gone. After kicking our asses. Brutally. Laya pauses for a moment. And says, tell me. The masked girl says nothing. As usual. Laya says, what's your relationship with Ethan Weber? The masked girl doesn't respond. Laya says, when you said forget it, what did you mean? Forget what? She still doesn't respond. Laya says, you don't feel like talking, do you? response. Laya says, whatever. You don't have to say anything. I'll find out some way or another. I'll get you to the communion. Rutsu, I remembered his name, says, I am Izuma Rutsu, and there it is again anyway. Chief Photon Master of the Communion of Garal. Laya says, I'm Laya Martinez of the Guardians. I'm sorry I couldn't catch the kidnappers. I'm not sure if it's Rutsu or the masked girl behind him saying, it's alright. I'm just grateful you were able to protect the maiden. That's Rutsu. They put the little chat bubble origin like a little bit behind them, so I couldn't tell. So it was Karen. Good, I was doing the right voice. Laya says, the maiden? Rutsu says, yes. It appears that Ethan Weber conspired with rogues to kidnap her. He went so far as to disguise them as armed servants. Laya says, why would he... Rutsu says nothing. I shall give my thanks to the president as well. Thank you. There.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Laya says, maiden. Karen says, Laya, thank you for helping me. But she was so secretive, of course. Pause of silence. Rutsu says, well then, farewell. Ethan Weber, wanted by the Guardians for an attempted assassination of the president. We don't have Mr. Narrator for this one. Mirei Mikuna, though she was kidnapped, the Divine Maiden seems to be protecting... What? Got off there. Oh, she seems to be protecting Ethan, who is conspiring with the rogues. So she actually took up her sister's name, Mirei Mikuna. I guess that makes sense because I think they did say they wanted to keep the original maiden's death a secret, so she can't go around calling herself Karen. Their true intentions, their true relationship. Many puzzles still remain as the first training mission with Laya Martinez comes to a close. But that's just a prologue to a new story. Laya Martinez has given you their partner card. So now we can take her along for free missions. New day's travel permit received. Oh, you do still have to unlock the areas to travel to them again. Oh, interesting. Again, that might just be because we're on a fresh character. You might already have permission to go everywhere if you're just transferring a character from the old game. The free missions below are now available at their respective mission counters. Otoko City Flyer Base, Flying Beast, Moonlight Beast, and Hill of Spores. Probably the 3 trials we did. The boss fight and the 2 other ones. Perfect! We finished chapter 1 at literally the perfect spot. You know what, then I'll just stop it here, because then I can, when we start the next stream, I can literally just, start with the little recap from earlier. The recap I just read. So, yeah, we'll just leave it here. Fuck it. Alright folks, that's all from me for now then. So, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the support across Twitch and YouTube, wherever you decide to watch. Thank you very much. As always, please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Look after each other. Don't die. And until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. And I will see you all then. So, peace. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
You son of a bitch.